because of hyperacidity. This black pepper, if taken 1/4 teaspoon with 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper with a spoon of cow's ghee early in the morning, empty stomach, helps to reduce the tendency to get pitta on the body. Also, black pepper is used in amras or with mango to reduce the extra heat in the mango, so that it helps the good qualities of mango can be utilized by a person. Mango, if taken isolated, if you keep on eating mangoes, you will start getting boils all over the body because it is very hot by nature. This black pepper is mixed in a small quantity in the amras or the preparations of mangoes to reduce the extra heat into it, and so you get the good benefits out of mango. This is how it is used normally, and it is a good appetizer also. Then comes pudina. Pudina has a good taste and good fragrance. So it helps to cure anorexia. For people who don't feel like eating food, the fragrance of pudina helps them to eat some food. Because it is cold by nature, it is used as a mouthwash in mouth ulcers. For people suffering from mouth ulcers, recurrent mouth ulcers, pudina can be used as a mouthwash. It also helps, because of the cold nature, it also helps to reduce the headache. And pudina also helps to reduce the side effects which are caused because of long episodes of fever, or people who keep on suffering from fever again and again. The sharbat of pudina helps a lot to reduce the extra heat or to balance extra pitta in their body. Then comes pimpli. Pimpli is generally not an ingredient used in the kitchen, but earlier pimpli was used in the kitchen because it is a good digestive, improves digestive fire, and it helps to reduce the abdominal distension. And it is also an ingredient of trikatu, which I said, which is used, trikatu was used earlier in day-to-day life along with honey. 1/4 teaspoon of trikatu, which comprises of sunt, miri and pimpli equal quantities. Then comes tulsi. The main use of tulsi is it cleanses the atmosphere, as everyone knows. But one more important use of tulsi is, if you eat tulsi before your dinner, 5 or 10 petals of tulsi, it helps to reduce weight. So this quality of reducing extra fat is, I think many people don't talk about it. So it helps to reduce the extra fat, or med dhatu. So you can chew 10 petals of tulsi, 10 leaves of tulsi. It also helps to reduce fever, worms, abdominal distension. The seeds, the tulsi seeds with jeera and sugar mixed in milk helps to reduce the burning micturition or burning in the urine. Along with adulsa, it reduces cold, cough and asthma attacks. But what I feel is the most important use of tulsi is, first, to reduce weight, cleansing atmosphere, and lose weight. Lose weight is the main criteria nowadays. So eating tulsi leaves, a person can keep on losing weight, but it should be before lunch and before dinner, so they can have less food. Then comes ajwain. Ajwain or ova, it reduces vat, but because it is hot by nature, it increases pitta in the body. So people suffering from pitta prakruti, or people suffering from pitta disorders and who are of pitta prakruti, they should have ova or ajwain in a less quantity. Otherwise they may get hyperacidity attacks. What are the uses of ova if it is taken in a reasonably good quantity or small quantity? It relieves the abdominal pain, distension or flatus. It improves the appetite, improves indigestion. It can be used in chronic cough, asthma and post-painful pregnancy, and to normalize the menstrual cycle, and as a uterine cleanser. So these are the good qualities of ajwain, and the most commonly it is used as a mukhwas after meals. So ajwain, jeera and sauf, these three spices which we use in the kitchen are used post lunch and post dinner to improve the appetite or to improve the digestion well. Then comes dhania. Dhania is the same. It is a good pachak. They call it dhania panchak. If it is soaked in water overnight and drink the water, it helps to relieve the burning micturition or to reduce the pitta in the body. Dhania soaked in water overnight. Acha, gargle, if the same water, if it is used for gargle, it helps to relieve the mouth ulcers, which are very common in people of hot prakriti, like pitta prakriti. Dhania mixed with water helps to reduce the excessive thirst, helps to reduce vomiting, indigestion, abdominal pain, and in children, dhania can be, children suffering from cough, dhania can be given with rice water. So if you see in general, most of the things I am talking about, which are found in the kitchen, most of them help in digestion, most of them help to reduce the abdominal distension, most of them can be used in abdominal pains. So it means whatever the style of food preparation was introduced earlier, it may be thousands of years back, it was after thinking a lot, all these our ancestors have included all these ingredients in our diet, so that we need not take medicines again and again. Most of the problems which occur can be balanced with these things. Then comes lashun, or garlic. It helps in toothache and swelling of the gums. The massage helps to relieve the toothache and swelling of the gums. Achha, if there is a earache, pain in the ears, the garlic mixed with oil, if the drops are put into the ear, it helps to relieve the pain in the ear. It is a good pachak. It helps to reduce cholesterol, and in painful joint conditions, there are many medicinal preparations in Ayurveda which are used along with lashun. So in painful joint and swelling of the joints, lashun is used internally to relieve the pain. But if a pitta prakriti person should take with medical advice, others can take it normally. Then is the next one is aloe vera. The pulp of aloe vera, as everyone knows, it is a good liver tonic. It improves the digestive fire. Along with honey, it helps to reduce cough. It helps to reduce the liver diseases, blood purifier, skin diseases. It improves the menstrual disorders. It helps in asthma, liver, spleen, and kidney disorders. Aloe vera is nowadays it is very common. Most of the people are taking aloe vera, but there is one problem about aloe vera. If you take it for a longer time and in a huge quantity, it may lead to piles. It may lead to the formation of piles, or it may also damage your liver. So it should be taken with proper medical advice. Then comes onion. Onion helps to reduce kapha and pitta in the body. The poultice, which I said, which is used in sprains or to relieve the boils on the body. Poultice, the onion also is an ingredient of it along with haldi. During sunstroke, the juice of onion juice is used for application over the forehead and also internally. Onion juice. Then white one. And it also regularizes the menstrual cycle and also helps in painful menses. For people suffering from thyroid disorders, also onion should be a good medicine, as good ingredient of their diet. It helps reduce vomiting, and local application is used for skin diseases. It reduces the scorpion sting, so it is used in scorpion bite, and it is used as a poultice, as I said. Important thing is it is used in sunstroke. Then comes amla. Amla is rich in vitamin C. It is a blood purifier. It gives a good nutrition to your eyes, bone marrow. It helps to maintain your hairs very strong and reduce the dandruff. The amla juice is used in sunstroke, peptic ulcer, or ulcerative conditions in the stomach. It is used, the powder is used. It is used as a rasayan or kaya kalpa, and it is the main ingredient of triphala. Amla is the ingredient of triphala, which is comprises of aula, behda and harda in equal quantity, and this triphala is a rasayan which can help to stay. Rasayan is a medicine which helps to stay young for a longer time. So amla is the most important ingredient of that triphala rasayan, and it can be used as a virechan, as a laxative for a longer time, and it is also good for eyes. But this Triphala, if you want to get good benefits out of it, if you want to use it as a laxative, it has to be taken before meals. If you want to use it for your eyes, it should be taken both post